live with talk a little bit first and foremost day, knowing that today there's a good chance today I'm breaking this, and I'm going to stop for a second because I know you are more about the team and being here and being present. So we're going to take a step back and let's talk about you, because after 500 wins, 22 years, I think it's time to reflect a little bit on the you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was that moment. Yeah, obviously it's in mind. Is my family going to be able to be attend? How are we going to play? I really wanted us to play well. I'm to the point where we need to start staying games on top of each other, correcting the mistakes, fixing the things, figuring out lineups, those kind of things, and play well. And I knew the kids were going to be amped up for it. And the first game of a tournament's always a fun one, and energy's high, and so it's going to be a really positive thing. And we showed up and played well. Can help us, because that's what all these tournament games is figuring out the puzzle and who can play where and when, how, and so forth. So I was able to get a lot of kids into play that game, and it worked out. We probably should have ended it sooner than a few mistakes here and there helped Temple stay in it. And then when we got that final, I really didn't know we got that final run across, and really didn't know what to do. I knew what had just happened.
Yeah.
And I'm in my mind, I'm like, holy cow, this is unbelievable. So I went over and shook the coach's hand and so forth. And then next thing I'm getting a water. And I just sat there and wore it because I enjoyed it and taking it all in. And as that water hit my head, 22 years of coaching as a head coach around our high school flashed before my eyes. I can think back to that first group that I had, and
2004,
right after we went to the state tournament, and had guys like Kyle Gimbler and Reed Wojtek, and I see those guys' faces, and then I see the Kirby McGuires, the Josh Landers, the Travis Secors, the Driscolls, the Driscoll boys. I mean, all the Kyle Cox. I named lots and lots and lots of kids, and they all kind of flashed before my eyes, saying, "These are your kids. They're the kids that you have helped become young men and fathers." And it's interesting that night, Derek Miller, who played second base for us, was up here watching Horvath the next night. So I'm very blessed, and just see all kind of go before my eyes.
And 22 years ago, high school was very, very different than it is today.
Absolutely.
I know you as a man of faith. I know that you genuinely care about these players that you've had over those 22 years. So my question is how have you been able to balance your faith in a school, and that's not a knock on Round Rock, I'm saying school in general, that's kind of pushed out, being allowed to talk about Christ, being allowed to, how have you been able to still show the strong character, the strong Christian faith that you have and you live by, without getting in trouble? I mean, for less of a term.
Well, I feel like we can help you. That's what we're here for. And I believe it's going to help you in life, not just in the game.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I think in the 7 years, by being available, if somebody wants to ask, but just the example and how you're living.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not perfect, as none of us are, and I still have to get down and be humble on my knees as well, because I know sometimes things come out of my mouth that I shouldn't, and have to ask for forgiveness on it. But by no means is my intent is to not walk in a way that's pleasing to the man upstairs. So,
there was only one perfect man, and we hung him on a cross.
That's right. I really need you to go with 500 wins more often, because I get to get out of school.
Morning, the decisions made, I guess also shares the house with you.
For sure.
All right. So the decisions made, we're coming out of school, we're going to be at this game, we're going to experience this. Let's talk a little bit about the support from your wife, from the kids, because, as the son of a softball coach, I know the time, the demand that it puts on the family.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
You know, I spend more time with other kids than I do my own,
Mhm.
and my wife brings that to my attention. And I try. I'm not perfect at it. I
Mhm.
try to, when I walk in the door, to be present with them. I'm not good at it. I'll be the first to admit it, that I make a mistake a lot. Oh man, what we practice wasn't good today, or what have you. And I have to be grounded sometimes. And um, she's coached. She coached gymnastics here for quite a while, and understands what it takes to be a coach. And she's also in my walk in faith, and she teaches Sunday school, and so she understands the impact I'm having on men and women, for that matter. But she's extremely supportive. My two boys, they love every minute of coming out here, and being around the boys and these kids. And it's kind of what I want these guys to understand, is they have people watching them all the time.
Yeah.
And my two are so, it was very, very emotional to have them there, be able to hug them and be able to say congratulations, and then be able to just with them.
Yeah, I mean, you see that with Jace Kivett, like when we had the last on deck rock hardball deck, where Jace talked about growing up on the fields, watching his older brother play and come through the program.
Absolutely.
So one other special, well, parents were also in the stands.
Yeah.
Right. Now, your father, right, saw him here.
Yeah.
Saw him in the videos. Cast a huge shadows. Right. When you were a student here, student athlete, he was a local judge.
Right.
Now, was it 22
years?
22 years serving as a congressman.
Yep.
What's that like? What's that impact? I mean, we see the character of him. Obviously, you see the character in you. Was that your role model? Was that
100%. He's my hero. I never wanted to let him disappoint him in anything I did, and I think I've held that standard pretty well. And he is. My dad's a man of listening. He's he has a judge. He does it in Congress. People respect him tremendously. He's known across Washington, D.C. as judge. If you say judge, they're talking about. That morning he had, and it was just had it because he usually comes home Thursday morning, and it just at time on Wednesday night, family as well, and he's promised.
And not the first time. So, John Carter on every single ballot in the time that I've lived here. I'm a little biased, especially. So, a special thank you to you and to him. But I think it just goes to show the character. He's able to work out his schedule to make sure that he's here on a big family day as
well. She's actually the one who deserves the credit. Is her husband leaves her for 4 or 5 days a week. She stays here, takes care of things here, and she's his biggest fan and biggest supporter. And the fact that they've been married for 57 years, and they still hold hands and they still do all the fun things that you do when you're married. And it's just a true blessing to parents that support me and the things I love to do.
So strong encouragement. Get out there, vote. And from Game Time Broadcasting, get out there, vote for John Carter. We've seen the man, seen the faith, we've seen the action done for 22 years for us here in Central Texas. So God willing, they'll have another term to serve and continue delivering what he's delivering.
Well, I appreciate your endorsement for sure.
So let's fast forward to cash start.
Learning. Some guys are trying to think that they have to do. Some guys are playing very relaxed, and your body functions better when you get oxygen to it and you play with a smile on your face and have fun. And I felt like in the first two games against Friendship and Flower Mound, which are top programs in the state of Texas. Flower Mound, their kid's going to Texas for a reason. He was really good.
17 strikeouts last night.
He
had 17 strikeouts last night. We were watching,
and we struck 4 times against him. So I'm not taking away from the way they played all game until the middle of the third or fourth inning, and we just had to get some confidence about us and get our swagger back, as I called it. And after the Permian game, I thought we had a good conversation as a team, and We just said, hey, it's time to go back to work and have some joy in other people's success and
Yep.
do your part to accept your role. Everybody's got a role in the team, and we just got to figure out. You got to figure out sometimes what it is and how you can contribute. And we've done that. Where last night we looked tired. I think the heat got to us a little bit last night. We looked a little drained, but we still competed and gave ourselves a chance at the end to get back in it. That's tournament play. It's learning, and it's hard to go undefeated in anything.
Yep.
And our goal is just to win this pitch, to go win this next inning, and try and stack those things on top of each other. District plays a week and a half, 2 weeks away, and we just got to get ready for that. That's our number one priority, and getting guys some reps. We'll have a different lineup.
Pivotal moment, right? Like, does this win? And the one who stepped up, right? I know throughout the season, 28 boys have an operation up. Last week, it was June Rodriguez, right? Outstanding 4 2/3 innings, 8 outs, 0 walks, just commanded from the very first pitch. I think he didn't lead off with the hottest bat by far I've seen Jace give it. And
it's a good thing because competition everywhere, and competition makes
a lot about Brooks Miklinchek sub junior class, and between Omar, Jesse James Fiat, Hearthcock, I thought looked outstanding yesterday. I mean, is it
hard? I want to give them opportunity, but also we have to put our nose down and grind and see what happens.
All righty. Well,